Hello, Richard. This is Jillian from Big Peach Midtown, and we are looking at your hill video from the Transfer Money Workshop on Easter Sunday. So what we've got going on here are going to be two segments of the video that we'll take a look at regular speed and in slow motion, and we'll go over some tips on how to make running up and down hills more efficient, less stressful, and also less likely to create long-term injury for you as you focus on getting to a more efficient and faster finishing time for your run. So let's take a look at you at regular speed going down this hill. Alright, we had a little bit of an obstacle course. Well, excellent job kind of hopping over that. Bringing you back up the hill. First off, wanted to make some positive notes. We have positive notes overall, while ultimately you want to make sure that you do indeed make sure that we're leaning forward from the ankles as opposed to breaking and kind of hinging in at the hips. At the end of the day, I love what I'm seeing here. You're leaning down into the hill. You're not rolling the shoulders back. This is excellent posture. Maintain this by leaning forward through the ankles and up through the head. Additionally, when we tell folks to going down the hill, one of the other things that we want to prevent is more overstriding. Now, we are 4 times more likely to overstride going down the hill than we are on a flat, straight ahead surface. So I definitely want to make sure that you understand the importance of increasing your cadence. Just like increasing your cadence, the amount of steps you take on a flat surface makes it more likely to shorten your stride and thus land on a 4-foot landing position on your foot. The same concept is at place here coming down the hill, because your body is going to send that leg out in front of you as a braking mechanism, and you don't want that to happen for too long. A lot of the hills in Atlanta are long and can be steep, and you want to make sure you're lessening the impact on the knees. Alright, so let's see what you got going on as you come back up the hill. Now, coming up the hill is, of course, the real challenge. Let's see what we're looking like at regular speed. Fantastic. So coming back up the hill, I would, not a whole lot of notes to report. Excellent job on keeping the torso in a neutral to slightly forward bent position. We want to make sure that we're able to maintain that throughout the lower body as well. And also, one thing that you'll note is that the incline is already naturally encouraging you to land on your forefoot as opposed to on the heel. So we want to make sure that we first overall strengthen the core, so we make sure that we don't have the pelvis and the glutes going backwards, but we have the torso leaning forward and we've got the legs kind of breaking at a different angle. We don't want that chevron effect happening with the body, because that's literally more for weight for your body to drag up the hill. So you want to maintain that 4-foot lean, exaggerate that forward lean by driving up the knees even higher as you go up the hill, and strengthening the core will help with that, but also making sure that you're taking steps to open and lengthen and bring greater flexibility to the pelvic region and the hips, so that you can have the greater mobility necessary to drive up the knees consistently going up the hill. Additionally, make sure that we're driving the elbows back consistently and swinging the arms forward. Exaggerate the swing as much as you can, because the arm positioning can actually go a long way towards making sure that you can propel yourself up the hill as your lower body gets tired. We got a little bit of torsion here. That's quite normal, considering that you are actually engaging your upper body more to try to propel yourself up the hill. Just make sure you're having the arms in an ideal position to make sure that engagement is beneficial. And last but not least, keep that chin out of the chest. Keep your eyes on the prize, the top of the hill. It is easier said than done. Hills are really not fun to look at, especially when you're running up them. But we got to make sure that we are not compromising our ability to breathe properly. And as far as the cadence goes, just maintain the same cadence that you would have at your most efficient pace and at your most efficient speed on a flat surface, and attack the hill conservatively, because there's always more where that came from. And there you have it. That's going to be your hill video from the Transform Running Workshop. Thank you so much, Richard.